So, this is the introduction.
Hi, we are here. First with a bucket of water uh, to wash Melanie's feet. That's Melanie's feet. Do you mind if I smoke? No? All right, hold on. Would you like to take a puff?
Yes.
I only wanted a couple puffs. I'll put it in the ashtray. That was pure marijuana. Uh, I believe, my own opinion, that cannabis is good if you use it as far as medicinal for running, the pain, relaxation.
That's enough for now.
I also think that cannabis has an ingredient in it that really I'm not going to try to explain. It's kind of a mystery. Uh, I think that it gets you closer to yourself or closer to God. Somewhat can heal you, help you heal yourself, or find a way. Uh, Hard to explain. But what I can do, can you move back, please, so your feet could be here? What I can do is show you a few things to help yourself that you can touch. Different aspects of health. We're not going to talk about philosophy or social life. This is strictly the first step of health. I think is the physical part of it, and physical part of health has to do with the feet. And without a proper foundation, you will not be healthy for a very long time. At 20, yeah, you can think that you are healthy, but that's not health. We don't know health. Health is something that I am here to teach. From walking the way that we are taught to walk or naturally walk, for some reason we walk on the hills, start our steps on the hills, and it glues a part of this heel muscle to the heel bone. With that, it forces the big toe to be immobile. The big toe is supposed to be able to move left and right aside the index toe. And this is where most of our problems start. Let's fix it. Put those two fingers inside the big toe. And this bunion right here is an indication that the muscle has some imperfection in it. And we're not going to be able to fix it at one time. So just press as hard as you can, or as much as the person can take. It's somewhat painful to fix the body. It is a lot more painful if you leave it and don't fix it. The reason why these muscles are hard is because it's immobile. By shaking the joint, you can, with a lot of hard work, I guess, fix the imperfection between the toes. And this is where it starts. I'm looking for the line. There is a separation between the big toe and the index toe. And the reason why it's not there is because they are not working completely together. From walking heels first, there is no mobility. Walking toes first, these toes go like this. Walking heels first, they just stay. Try to find, hey, oh, I'm so sorry. Try to find the line between the big toe and the index toe. This is where it starts. Underneath the toes, the muscles are actually very well separated. You cannot see them with the machines that we have, even though we claim to have the highest technology. Uh, uh, we see things. However, we cannot fix them. We have invested in AI. And what AI knows is just what another man knows. AI doesn't know anything new. Only a child who goes to school and has a dream can bring us something new. And this is something new, acupressure, to realign the body, to realign the veins and arteries, to realign the muscles, and finally to realign the skeleton. The skeleton depends completely on the muscles. And this is where it starts, right here. These five toes, the foundation. Take as much time as possible to work on them. Once a week, I work on my feet just about every day. And on my daughter, when I have time or I feel good, because I am trying to heal a spinal injury myself. This is how I'm learning all these things. Trying to not die. And this is my help right here. This is why I spend all my time trying to help her. I also need her to help me stay alive. Each toe has its own line. And you have to pay attention to each one in particular. The index toe and the big toe have a special relationship. Most of the big imperfection is actually with the index toe, but the pain it hurts the big toe. There is no other way to fix the feet than to walk and run properly to create this motion that has been lost. And this is all that's wrong with the human body. This motion has been lost. So there is no mobility on the spinal column from here. Everything gets stuck if there is no movement here. And this is what our today's modern medicine is teaching us to walk on the hill, which is actually teaching us to be sick. I don't think anyone should be selling bad drugs. If something is not needed, we should not be selling it. Not that because the FDA, the federal government, that they have the right to feed us drugs. I haven't heard of any investment in education. We've invested in bulletproof backpacks instead of getting the guns out of the street. Why do the police need guns? What do you need a gun? We're gonna get back to what we're here for, which is working on Melanie's foot. The electrical portion of the brain is not reaching ground from it being stuck right here. So the information that we are computing, who's to say we are seeing it right? Our solution is always war, because apparently drug dealers need corners, more territory. Pulling right here at the ankle, there is another line that travels in the middle of the foot right here at the ankle, and it goes to the small toe. The small toe is invisible and almost useless in our today's world from walking on the hills, but we have 5 toes for a reason. They all have their purpose. It it detaches itself from the unit to give space to the big toe. Uh, it can also be realigned and pulled back to drain the vein that uh, uh, pertains to it. The veins and arteries, most of them are extensions of nerves, and at a certain position, they can be straight or feel like a bone. So you can feel them and put them back in place. There's a way that maybe God knew that we would fall into the darkness, that we would need reparation or education. I don't think that health is something that is naturally gained. Health is something that you must teach a child how to be healthy. In different ways. We look at how our parents have raised us as good. Yeah, we got a good job. We making money. Our parents were good. Uh, we tugging out and doing other things. Well, it's not definitely about our parents. It's everybody else but us. But I think that going astray is something common. The majority of us are not living it up. It's just a few people, and they act as if everybody else is supposed to have it together. No, most of them don't have it together. It's impossible to be healthy mentally or socially without physical health. And I have not taught health, so health is not possible right now. I have not reached health. Health is something that we must study. And there's no way to study if we go ahead and allow children to get immune boosters instead of running a mile on the track. Most kids get hurt on the track or at the park, and uh, they don't tell you, and it goes away real fast because they forget about it. But they get injured, and the injury stays there and hinders a lot of other things, such as on the chin. Kids hit themselves on the tibia and break the tibia, and the muscles repair it fast at that age. And here you go with a kid with a broken tibia who don't know why she's got a fever. There are some natural imperfection to the tibia that also come from walking the wrong way. At the height that modern medicine calls high ankle. What causes the high ankle is um, the area that they call a high ankle, because there's no such thing as a high ankle. It's just the veins that are so troubled that they look broken and they look like there's something there, but there is no joint there. It's just bad injury from the small toe being disconnected. The fibular vein is pulling and pulling everything this way. So, fortunately, the God's engineering, you can always fix it. The the nerves separate themselves in a way that uh, it makes like a hole that you can always enter, and around the hole you can find how to pull and push in order to bring it back to where it belongs. I noticed that it's to fix the muscles. It's essentially separating the skin. There's a skin layer on top of the veins, and the veins are on the sides of the muscles. And when walking or running on the toes, and the movement is there, there is movement up and down the body, up and down the bones. And that movement exists within the veins. You cannot see it. Um, the veins are like, if you look at a worm closely and all the lines of the worm, that's how the veins are. And each of these lines can produce a nerve that can fix or stop something. And this is how we are able to live 100 years old without today's education. Because God technology is that good that we can be completely broken and still live 100 years old. I think that when I'm done, we can live 500, 1,000 years old years. I don't know the limits. I think that we could live forever. That's how it feels. you you will not find anyone my age talking this way because you have to have it in you to get it out. I'm only talking this way because I I have that feeling, and who feels it knows that I'm healing. At 57, I'm healing, and this is something people will look for at 20. Uh, we are interested in professional ball players more than we are interested in biology. Athletes are uh, a paid machine than people who know about health. Where I see professional players running to the sideline and calling for help, where an athlete is someone who has achieved health, or for our days, someone who has a basketball, professional basketball contract. But it's a lot more than that. The Charlie horses that most athletes know about has to do with the veins and arteries mixing themselves back here behind the calves, and also can be manually realigned. The the frontal tibial, which connects to the meniscus, is to me uh, the easiest place to attend to the tibia and to the veins and arteries of the leg to start the realignment by pulling the frontal tibia to the tibia right here. Most of the time on the right foot, the right big toe is the problem with the frontal tibia crossing over, being pulled by the fibular vein and the fibula on that side. And right here at the spot where they call high ankle, always in a circle. They are most of the time on the side of the each bone. There are about four veins traveling on each side, and they look like one, but there's at least four working together, always in a circle on the side of the bone. That frontal tibia goes straight to the big toe, and it is extremely important to bring it all the way to the tip of the toe and try to slowly realign it with the nail bed, which will feel broken. Can you move back your whole body back for me, please? Thank you. Thank you. And keep your okay. And keep your okay. Thank you. Hey, this one just popped. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go back up and pulling the pushing the tibia to this side, inside, and the frontal tibia, trying to push it to that side. Can you keep your legs here, please? Thank you. All the way to the big toe. We're only gonna work until we reach the knee right here. Next time we'll work on something else. But the the meniscus is a complete separation of the lower leg and the upper leg. So whatever's wrong down there is gonna be right here too. It's good and bad because you can always come right here and work your way down, but it's bad because with the imperfection right here, there is always going to be pain in the spinal column because uh, uh, all the electricity gets stuck right here. And until it's realigned and the nerves and arteries can reach the toes and get out to ground, then most of our thoughts refuel themselves back up and the electricity gets stuck right here. Other places where the electricity can cause us to call on Jesus is on the right side of the fibula right here. This can sometimes, if you step the wrong way, it feels like the foot is about to break. And it's really because it's broken already. It feels, you just now feel it. Because most likely, anyone whom has walked on their heels, even for a small period of time, like my daughter, um, has some extremely bad imperfection that require attention. Uh, First, we would need to know how to fix it in order to be taught. Uh, uh, we need to believe. This is something new. Acupressure, the ability to manually help the human body into health. Not at all simple. I will get back to you. Okay, love.